Hello and welcome to the next lecture. Today we're going to see how to use reactive routes and what it is. So there is a few different options that you can use. You can use asynchronous routes that we have used previously, where you put at get and put the method name, params, path, and all this stuff. You can also use the asynchronous approach, which you just wrap the response and request into some wrappers. And there is a third approach called reactive, which is a little bit different, and I actually personally have never used it in any project, maybe in some exotic one, but indirectly. But this is, I think this approach is really convenient for the C# developer. So if you migrate to Java, this will be really helpful. So let's create a project. I already have here a predefined template that we're going to use. And so we create now reactive routes greeting resource, right? So once it's created a project, we'll open it in the. Okay, so we have opened our project, right? And I haven't specifically provided the extension so that you can try yourself to manage the dependencies a little bit. So let's duplicate this dependency and add vertex web. It's called like this. So that's only thing that you need to do. So if you create a project here where we have used our here for you put the extensions and put the vertex web, basically, right? So we had like this minus the extensions, and then you put vertex web here, like if you can see, I'm not sure, like this, right? And this will work the same way as you do the dependency, because no additional requirements or changes to POM XML file is required. So yeah, so let's go to the Java. We have now greeting resource with a hello, with our hello. So let's convert it to, as you can think, to reactive approach. So first thing is we can actually change it to application scoped. We get rid from all of this, and the only thing that you're required to have as a route, you can see it's IO Quarkus vertex web, right? And here you can specify path, rejects, methods, type, order, produces, and consumes. So basically you can specify in an annotation everything that you have previously via the different annotations, right? So path is there, rejects is used for the path, defining the path dynamically if needed. Methods, of course, the HTTP method get, post, put, or something like this. So the handler type, so we'll cover everything right now, so we know everything that's going on. So handler type is, so by default, as it says normal, so by default, all the routes, all the methods should be asynchronous. So if it's blocking, if it's synchronous and you need to do some computations really large, you put it into the different type. So there is like a normal, right? And then I think it's blocking. Yeah. So you have a blocking and normal types. Okay. So there is an order, which is priority. If there is two rows similar, this will be worked the same way. And then produce consumes, you know exactly what it is, right? So let's just put the methods, right? Let's create a get, HTTP method get, right? So the only interesting thing, the only magic that reactive routing provides you is that you don't need to specify the route path if you're okay with the name of the method. So with the method called hello, this will actually work, and you can go to /hello and receive the result. The only thing that you need to do actually is to change it to void and put here I think route in context, yes, rc, like this, and you need to call the rc response and then put here hello like this. So now if we run the Quarkus dev, it's running. Okay, we go to the Postman and go to the /hello, and you will see that we have a hello, even though we haven't specified anything. So you can also change the name, for example, to test, right, for example, and test will work as fine. So you could test, and the name of the method will work as well. So the other way that you can do here is, of course, specify a path if you want, like test hello like this or something, and this will also work, of course, test hello. So you can get a test hello, you can see that it's working as well, and yeah, so it's running okay. And so yeah, that's one option. Also you can put a route base. So what does it do actually? So you have a path, produces and consumes. So of course you can put let's say in each of the methods you can provide what it produces and consumes. What if you don't want to, right? So you can put here produces, for example, text HTML, and it will work for all the routes, like the first one and the second. You can also specify a path here. For example, you want to have a test here always like this, right? And then all the others we can put like this, I don't know. So now what we should have is text test hello like this, and you see that we actually have a test hello, even though we can remove this one for now. Even though we have a hello, the route base path was taken from /test, and when we rerun, there is a hello and it's working fine, right? So that's there. Other thing that you can use is actually routing exchange, which is just really helpful. It's basically the same thing. There is like some wrappings that you can use, for example, area okay, hello, instead of using the RC, the routing context response, and so this will work more than fine. You can see that we can have a no pointer somewhere. Yeah, okay, now it's working. I'm not sure what was that, but you can see that it's working fine with the area okay. And yeah, so such things is possible. So you can also define your own routing the other way. So there is a, so we can put a public void init like this, and then observes, you know, observes already, it's like the event listener, and here you can put a routing router. It's called the router. And then you can put a router, for example, you can put a get, I don't know, book, right, for example, and then put a method, HTTP method get, and then a handler, and then you have a routing context here like this. And for example, you can put RC response, and then you can put like book one, right, like this. So this is the other way you can specify the routes. So you have, or you can use a methods with the annotation, or you can directly say, hey, I want on a get /books, I won't have actual method is not required here, but yeah, I want this method to be executed. Actually, you can do it like this. And so if you go to Postman and go to books, I think books, or what I specified, book. Okay, so if we go to book, you'll see that we have book one. So that's the other way you can work with it. And one more thing that you can do is create a request, route filter. You can put a priority of the filter here, but by default it's 10, so it will work for us. And so the filter works the same way actually. So my filter, whatever. So you get a routing route context, routing context here, RC, and you can add, for example, add response header, put header, right, test like this, and you also need to call next, so it will call the next method that is specified by chain. So now if we go to our Postman and go to event books or something, you will see that we have a test handler. So last thing that you can also do is, well, it's just the good or not good, I don't know. You can also put multiple routes annotations for the same method. Let's say hello and greeting, for example. So you can have it like this. And so you have two routes in this case, right? And if we go to Postman, you can see that we can go to test hello, because we have a row space, don't forget about this. So we can see the body is hello, and then test greeting is also hello. So you can use the same method for a few routes if it's of course needed. And yeah, so that's basically it for the routes. Just a different approach for routing if you would like it, but I still will prefer the normal synchronous API or asynchronous API in some cases, because with this it's even easier to, it's really easy to create a Swagger if you need it, and similar stuff. So there is a lot of support there. But of course you can use it if you need it, maybe in some cases. So this was the last video of this chapter, and I hope that you know now how to tackle with the web, with the HTTP web sockets and everything, and you have basically all the power to start working on something. The only thing that you lack now is the databases, and we will see it in this next, or in some next chapters basically. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next chapter.